our vibration goes up and our resonance goes up, we don't attract that, do we? We attract more of that. And I'd much rather be up there, wouldn't you? Up in the high +10s, sometimes, Alistair, even higher. Depends where we are, doesn't it? And the bit of work we do. But we definitely have those healing events, don't we? And no matter how we call it, a healing peak. So, my favourite model of all time. Where are we? We're in the now, aren't we? And there is nothing else but the now. And Eckhart Tolle talks about the power of now. And we are just now. But if we don't like the now we're in, what do we need to do? We need to heal those aspects of ourselves, don't we? We need to heal those little bits of us that have felt, in my opinion, disconnected at different times in our life. Does that make sense? So, we don't have to trawl through all the trauma and everything that's happened to us in our life, because we'd be there for quite a long time. But what we can do, as we all know as energists here, is we can work with the feeling that we have in our body, can't we? We can release that and the emotional component of that. Yeah? So we are vibration, aren't we? And so with that vibration, we attract. So does anybody have any examples for themselves where they realise that they've done some work and they've really cleared something and then attracted an amazing thing that's happened? Does anybody want to share something? Jennifer? She's filming. Can I give you as an example? Is that okay? So Jen is a really extremely, fabulously good friend of mine and a right-hand woman or man, depending on how you might say it. But she basically supports me now with all my training courses and everything that I do. And so that I can get the message out to people, that's what she does. She was a client. She came to me just over a year ago, about right? 18 months ago, where she was feeling, which one would you say, Jen?
-8.
Yeah, -8. She was in pardon? An underlying anger and a feeling that things were very overwhelming for you, weren't they? And her situation was a really difficult one to be in. And after a little while, a few sessions, she decided to train in what we do. But she also transformed her life. She let go of a relationship that was no longer serving her and no longer serving her children. She stopped drinking cans of beer, I think it was at the time, wasn't it? Now she just drinks Prosecco. But she's got class. but it used to be, didn't it? It used to be that. So people can go from where they were to a place much higher in a very, very short space of time. But we feel that the key is when we feel disconnected to source or to our inner guidance or our higher self. When we feel disconnected, we feel alone, don't we? And if you imagine as a child, something might have happened, an experience might have happened, where we just decided that we would shut down because it wasn't safe. So we put up those heart walls, and those heart walls stop us from attracting amazing opportunities into our life. Not because we don't deserve them, and not because we don't have the potential, but because we've got an energy resistance or energy wall in the way. Does that make sense? Cool. Good. So when we're talking about disconnect, we're talking about ease. So dis-ease or ease. So we could, and this presentation really isn't about disease, but if we think about it that way, think about the message that we've got in our body. What message is our body telling us? Is our body in ease or is our body in dis-ease? Something to think about, isn't it? So when we work with our clients and our client might have presented a particular dis-ease, I would like to call it a message. What message is the body giving you? And that message is beautiful because it's such a journey to go on to release that dis-ease and that disconnected part of you. You know, I work with cancer and all sorts of labels that people have when they're given diagnosis. When we're really looking at it, when we get down to the nitty-gritty of what it is, it's really about loving ourselves, loving the whole of us, but also feeling connected and feeling connected to who we truly are. Does that all make sense? I like to make things really simple. You know, we can just talk for ages about stuff, but if we just say, actually, if you feel connected, you feel good. If you feel disconnected, you don't feel great. And so your body gives